Hello. Welcome to the Pinal County Community College District Governing Board meeting of January 20th, 2026. And I'll note that all the members of the board are here. And I'll ask Evelyn to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is adoption of the agenda. So do I have a motion to approve and adopt the agenda?
Made.
Second. Have a motion second to adopt the agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those against? The chair votes aye. Motion carries. Okay, next we have call to the public. And number 4, so if you could come up as we call your name and state your address, and then you have 3 minutes, right? So first is Dennis Falk, if I pronounce that right. Dennis, please step up to the podium.
My address, is that what I understood?
Welcome. Yeah, I think for the record, right?
Okay.
These people state their address.
I live at 111. It's actually 11,113 North Treckle. So I normally say 4 1s and a 3, otherwise people get it wrong. North Treckle Road, just across the freeway here, north of Val Vista. We've my wife's been here since the early 70s, and I've been here for the last 15 years in Casa Grande. Anyway, I had the opportunity on Saturday to be at a meeting where Mr. Walker spoke, and he was talking about the efforts of the college and what they were doing as far as trade school issues and others. And that has always been a passion of mine, and because I came out of that where I learned a trade, and from the trade, it led me to go on and get my degrees, and it provided me with the safety net where I could provide a secure living for my family throughout my time. I've been in the aerospace industry for 48 years. And one of the things that I see in this is, as I look around here, I would really like to say that there's a bunch of people like myself that are now retired that have huge amounts and vast amounts of aerospace background. We would like to hold our hands up and volunteer to say, if you guys would do something trade-wise, we would love to work with that. We have all these different experiences from everything from maintenance on rotorcraft to fixed wing. We've been managers. I've managed teams all over the world. I've been the recipient of multiple patents and other things. I've been the customer service engineering for Honeywell for their turboprop engine, being the only people asking technical questions for the last 15 years before I retired last April. So, and I have friends that are military and all these other things. And like I say, one of the things we find very difficult is we keep holding our hands up and nobody chooses us. But we have all this information and skill sets that we'd like to provide to the community and give back if the college would help us develop something as well so we could help you. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Steve Hessler.
Good afternoon, and board members, administration, community. Steve Hetzler, 10299 East Second Water Trail, Gold Canyon. And like a bad cold, I just keep coming back. I started to look into AI, but I saw soon that, like most education and life itself, it's important to ask the right questions. We don't need pretty pictures and PowerPoints to answer the wrong questions. Some things never change. I updated my website to share with the public what I've learned about the district so far and have begun sharing the information through social media. In the first what I expect to be several meetings over the next month. In addition to information, it raises several questions that a responsible board should address, as well as a link to how other community colleges address the process, as well as the district's proposed budget process, which the public may never see. While I appreciate the information I finally got, it should not have required the threat of a lawsuit. I thought we had put these games behind us, but when I asked follow-up questions, such as what do some of these bureaucrats actually do, the obstruction was resumed when I was told by your attorney that my level of questions was not sustainable. Imagine that, a college telling a member of the public that they're asking too many questions, but as I've discovered, this is no ordinary college. No purpose in elaborating on those details. They're on my website, and my site statistics indicate that few of you have looked at the information and didn't view half the material. This, however, is the information I'm providing the public, whether you read it or not. Will you actually float a referendum to reduce spending limits when the transparency and accountability remain missing? I see that Ms. Elliott's potential retirement will be discussed in executive session. I'm disappointed to see this, not because I don't think she should retire, but because if she does so now, it means that her replacement will be chosen by this complacent board. Will they choose someone who will bring transparency or accountability to this school, or will the Politburo choose a successor that will continue the secrecy, stonewalling, and obstruction, and continue to test the limits of open meeting laws, open records law, and fiduciary responsibility? I've seen other districts allow the vetting of potential superintendents in public meetings. I think the district needs to do this. I'm open to neutral media organizations. If you do not do this, you're powerless to stop me from asking my own questions and sharing it with my own audiences, even if you deem my questions not sustainable. So what will it be? A new era of transparency and accountability, or a continuation of a fiefdom playing games to protect the same interests, egos, and agendas? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, number 5, election of officers. And I'd like to call on Evelyn. Raise your hand.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I would like to put on the, put before the board, I would like to nominate the slate of officers we currently have. So for board president in 2026, Gilbert Lopez, board secretary, vice president for 2026, Jerry Walker, and the Arizona Association of Community College trustee representative is Dr. David Odiorn.
I have a second. Have motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Vote of confidence. Next, we have number 6, consideration of consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So move.
Second? Do I have a second? Okay, I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Chair votes aye. Motion carries. So the consent agenda is approved. And number 7, discussion, approval, and disapproval of Series 2026 revenue bonds. Miranda Myers, please come up to the podium.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Pull the mic
Awesome.
up just
A little closer? Oh,
yeah, there you go.
goodness. Good afternoon, everybody. Board President Lopez, Dr. Elliott, governing board members, and Mary Lou. My name is Miranda Myers. I'm the Comptroller in Finance, and today I'm going to be presenting the Series 2026 bond resolution. This resolution has 2 different categories. The first one being revenue refunding bonds, which makes up our a portion of our currently outstanding bonds that can be refinanced for a lower interest rate since we are proposing new bonds be issued. This would happen in July of 2026. And the other portion of the bonds is for our new PAC Center, our new Performing Arts Center, and that portion would be going towards funding the construction of that center. Again, these will be the bonds will be issued in July of 2026. The potential savings we see from the refinance is expected to be more than $600,000, but we will not have final numbers until after the issuance. The actual resolution agreement is outlined to approve the issuance of bonds and also gives final approval for the bonds, for signature on the bonds to either go towards the VP of Finance and Operations when the position is filled or the president. This is just the final delegate authorization for the legal documents. This is nothing too exciting, just the final documents. Everything in your packet is just the drafted versions. The changes will come from any potential changes in interest or the market volatility. But that's everything on this one. Do I have any questions I can clarify?
Any questions from the board? I think there's a lot of information in the packet. So.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr.
Evelyn,
Chair,
go ahead.
just for the sake of background information, we're doing this because of the the new facility.
Yes, the new Performing Arts Center
Right.
would be the portion that goes towards our new issuance bonds. The old one is just refinancing previously issued
Okay.
bonds. Is that everything?
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so before us, we have approval, disapproval, so all those in favor of, we need a motion? Need a motion to approve.
Move to approve. You made it. I'll second it.
A motion is second to approve the item. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries. It's approved. All right, next on the agenda, we have item number 8, report from the college president, Dr. Elliott.
Thank you. Good afternoon, President Lopez, governing board members, Mary Lou, guests, and faculty and staff. I had a couple quick updates, mainly because we were on break for a little bit there and things slowed down. As you know, our agreement with Lucid Motors and Drive 48 comes to a conclusion here in January. So come February 1st, the building will be ours to do with as we see fit. Obviously, we'll move some of our AIT programs into the new building. We need to do a little bit of remodeling, but I'm very excited for some of our programs to have a brand new space for teaching and learning. Under miscellaneous, I have a couple other, we have started our legislative weekly calls with our lobbyists for AC4. Nothing really big to announce right now because the session's just now getting underway. And then just a quick update with the spring semester starting. Enrollment for spring is trending fairly close to what enrollment looked like last spring. After 8-week classes start, we'll kind of have a better idea, but we're not trending too far below. But with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Yes, Evelyn?
Yes, go ahead.
Did Lucid leave anything else but the building? Did they leave any of their equipment? Or?
Two pieces of equipment.
Okay, well, better.
Not what we had originally hoped,
That's what I
but
remember.
a lot of those were conversations had between people that were no longer at Lucid and that sort of thing. But we still continue having a great partnership with them. One of their, Stephen Parker, is on the foundation board, and so I don't foresee that any of the support that we've received from them for the foundation or the foundation events dwindling in any manner. That I think they'll continue to be very supportive of the college and our endeavors. They're just moving their training onto their own site.
So I had the same question about the robots. So apparently they took them with them. So
Well, the one we really wanted them to leave, which was the large Fanic
the big
robot,
fancy.
the paint robot, we were fine with them taking because that took up a lot of floor space. But can only get so lucky. But they've been a great partner, and they did leave us some equipment. And I think down the road there may be opportunities to have other things from them here on campus as well.
it's great.
Thank you.
I know Michael Cruz is presenting at the Cruz Chamber Luncheon, so that'll be good. He'll give us an update. Maybe I'll ask him for a robot or something. All he can say is no, right? So, all right. Next on the agenda, number 9, business affairs reports. Michelle Clapp. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, President Lopez, governing board members, Dr. Elliott, Mary Lou, colleagues, and guests. The budget report contained in your packet reflects the fiscal year to date as of November 2025. At that point in time, the district's operating fund expenditures were at 17.09% of the total budget, which is an increase of 1.15% compared to November 2024, which was 15.94%. The purchase over $100,000 are also included in your packet. Do I have any questions?
Any questions from the board?
Nope.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Appreciate it. All right, number 10, we have wildly important goals and outcomes progress report from Dr. Jackie Elliott.
So as part of our new strategic direction of 70 by 27, as you know, we have over 30 areas across the campus that are involved in setting WIGs and activities to support their departmental wigs. So today we're lucky to have enrollment services, career services, and learning technology here to present. And I'm guessing enrollment services is going to go first with Dean Long and Kimberly Elliott.
You got to wait for the big reveal over there. But
Yeah.
good afternoon, Board President Lopez, board members, Dr. Elliott, Mary Lou, faculty, guests, administrators. Welcome to the board meeting this afternoon. We have a really great onboarding project I get to unveil to you guys right now, but most of the heavy lifting for this was done by the staff at Enrollment Services. So I really want to make sure I give a quick shout out to the directors of Enrollment Services. A few of them are here. Nicole Casales, our Director of Advising. I saw Jose Dagnino, our Director of Financial Aid. Scott Hamilton, our Outreach Director. Veronica Duran's our Registrar. And David Rain is not in Enrollment Services, but he's in Student Accounts. He did a lot of work towards this team. And also Hazel Rossi with our Early College team. So a lot of work went into this. We also had a core team that met a lot, went through the RFP process, is now reviewing and editing all the videos and modules. And that group was made up of Julie Jollis, whose video knowledge was fantastic for this. Carissa Patefield, she has an amazing understanding of IT and student services. That's really unique to have in a college. So we're really blessed that she is on our team there. Osmond Varela, his team answers all the phone calls that come in, so he knows the questions that are asked. And then Kimberly Elliott, who's one of our student services directors at our SMC campus. And to kick it off, I'm going to have Kimberly give you a little bit of background, and I'll talk a little bit about our project.
Good afternoon. Just waiting for the slides to catch up. To begin, I'd like to ground our discussion in the reality of our incoming class. Looking at our fall 2025 numbers, we welcome 2,415 new students. A significant number of these, 1,135, were first-generation college students. For these students, going to college isn't just a goal, it's a complex maze. In the past, our onboarding path was highly individualized, which sounds ideal in theory, but in practice, it created gaps. We worked hard to try to get every student ready for day one, but at an individual level, there were too many students to serve one-on-one. Far too often, students reached the first day of class without completing their essential processes. What did this mean for the student experience? Students were starting classes without financial aid or payment plans secured. They were walking into classrooms without their textbooks or course supplies. Many hadn't finalized residency documents, leading to the shock of being billed out-of-state tuition. Students who wanted to be full-time could only build part-time schedules, as they had started the onboarding process as late as August. Ultimately, they were starting their academic journey behind the starting line.
We initially addressed this 3 years ago by bringing back group new student registration days. What we would do is we'd take extra advising, financial aid, registration, student account staff, and throughout the summer, we would go to every campus throughout the county to serve students and make sure we got all of those steps of the onboarding process done in person. This was a nice step forward for the work we do with onboarding new students, but it wasn't a total solution. Most summers, we would serve around 200, 250 students through this process, but as you look, we had 2,400 new students. 780 of those were dual enrollment students who had a different set of needs than our post-secondary students. We've really come to realize we need a solution that's available 24/7 and one that met students exactly where they are and where they are ready to engage. So to attack this, we've used the 40X planning process, and as a part of that, you have a weekly cadence of accountability. So sometimes you set up measures that you track on a weekly basis with 40X. We set up a project plan using a Gantt chart. And for those of you that are project managers, I apologize as this looks nowhere near your Gantt charts. But our Gantt chart allowed us every week to meet as directors and see how we are doing on our progress. And then with this Gantt chart, we had our overall scoreboard that gave us one number to track our process. You probably can't believe I drew this myself, but this is the same time both the Wicked movies came out. So what we did here was we created the Golden Brick Road to CAC, and we became the Wizard of Onboarding for our new students here. So as you can see, we're about 85% of the way down the yellow brick road. But what the scoreboard does is anyone can come into my office and look and see our progress. That really keeps me accountable, and it keeps the teams that are working on this accountable. I'll turn over to Kimberly if you want.
We partnered with Innovative Educators, a company of former student services professionals who focus on building online orientations. They spent 2 days on campus filming custom content. We've blended that with our own local footage to create a series of high-energy, high-impact modules. The key here is individualization. We aren't giving a one-size-fits-all orientation. A dual enrollment student in our early college program sees modules specific to their unique needs. A traditional high school graduate sees a completely different path tailored to their unique situation. The content is quick, engaging, and designed to keep students moving toward enrollment without getting lost in the jargon. We are in the final stages of production. We expect this to be fully live for students applying for the fall semester later this spring. Our goal is simple. By the time these students arrive for their first day of class, the administrative hurdles will be behind them so they can focus entirely on their education.
So real briefly here, I want to show you a screen of what one of the modules look like. New students receive this as they're going through the admissions process, and right away, we want to help them identify the right program of study, what campus is going to help serve them, what they need to do with residency documents. So part of the module is an interactive online, this is a flip card sheet here, where they have to go through this and answer some quiz questions at the end to get going. In addition, there's a series of 60 to 90-second videos featuring our students talking about the different steps along the way. And I think we have the video showed up, which is kind of our intro to admissions video by a couple of our students. And I've seen this probably 12 times, and it kind of still gives me goosebumps when I watch it.
Hey, welcome to Central Arizona College, home of the Vaqueros. My name is Janice, and I'm studying biology here at CAC. For me, I knew I needed to go to college to become a research professor. One thing that is super important, once you start figuring out your why, it will keep you motivated to be on the right track. Asking for help and utilizing the staff to be successful. It is common to feel overwhelmed at times. Just remember to reach out.
I totally agree, Janice. I'm Anna Maria, and I'm a recent business graduate. I knew I needed to go back to school to provide a better life for my family. Starting college is an investment of your time and money. But if you go all in, use the resources around you, and stay committed, it's one of the best investments you'll ever make. I really felt inspired during onboarding at CAC, knowing that there was a pathway just for me.
Exactly. I knew that CAC was a step in my educational journey, and hearing from others who had similar goals make me feel less alone when I started classes. Knowing that all you coming from and wanting to go in many directions, we got different pathways for you at CAC. In this orientation, if you're a new degree-seeking student, you will have one route. If you're an early college, dual, concurrent enrollment, you will have another. Just follow these steps and you will set yourself for a smooth start. Ready? Get started.
We're putting the final touches on this right now, so I'm thinking by March, this will be ready to go for our students starting out in the fall. We just end this with any questions you may have.
Any questions from the board? Yes.
I've got one question.
Vice President.
Do we have art classes that you can enroll in here?
Art classes?
Art classes.
Yes.
I recommend one for you.
I can use the staff waiver, too. Board Member Walker. Oh. Thank you.
Any other questions? I know it's very eye-catching, so it's fine. Kinda
It
draws your
stays
attention.
in my office. It doesn't
Yeah,
come
yeah.
out very often.
I
So.
got another place to put it.
Thank you.
All right, that covers all. covers all three things.
No, career services.
Okay, career services is next. Who's doing career services? Oh, there we are. She's coming. Get a drum roll. Welcome.
Okay. Good afternoon, President Lopez. Can I adjust?
There you go.
Okay, there we
Perfect.
go. Good afternoon, President Lopez, members of the board, Dr. Elliott, Mary Lou, colleagues, and guests. My name is Erica Aguirre, and I am a career support coordinator with Workforce and Economic Development here at the college. Career support services offered through Central Arizona College provides personalized support to students and alumni. Our services help individuals prepare for successful careers by connecting them with employers through internships and job opportunities. We also equip staff and faculty with career readiness tools and training to strengthen the support provided to students. Last year, we developed our WIG, which was to increase student utilization of job placement tools, CAC Pipeline, which is our online job platform for employers and job seekers, and Big Interview, which is a job preparation tool for students, to improve job and internship placements, contributing to first to second term persistence. Our lag measures were to increase the total of registered students who create and complete a profile of the CAC Pipeline portal to 1,000 by August 1st of 2025. We met that goal with 1,330 registered students, and as of January 12th, 2026, CAC Pipeline had 1,921 registered students, which was a 157.5% increase from last year. 460 of those students were My Future AZ opt-ins, which are 9th through 12th grade high school students. In partnership with Enrollment Services, Director Nicole Cosales, Assistant Director Diana Davis, and I saw Scott Hamilton as well. They oversee the Scott, which oversees the My Future AZ opt-ins for the high schools. Let's see. In 2025, some of our accomplishments, which are our day-to-day lead measures, were that we established partnerships with local employers, increasing the number of internships and job opportunities for students. As of January 12, 2026, 96 registered employers, which 64% or 61 identified interest in helping students. We launched Big Interview. Again, that's a career preparation tool for students. Currently, we have 3 top-level admins, 13 organizational admins, staff and faculty, and 137 users. We joined LinkedIn, growing our social media presence on Facebook and Instagram. We also launched a Blackboard shell called Career Connections at CAC, which is a hub available for students on the platform that they use every day. They can see latest updates, access all our career tools, see job postings, and much more. Last year, we also participated in the fall 2025 NSO. So we traveled the district with Dean Dave and his team. So we had the opportunity to see those first-year students and introduce them to our job tools. We also provided 98 mock interviews to high school students at CAC's second annual career fair last fall. Those were both group style and one-on-one interviews. And we also hosted career readiness workshops and weekly tabling in the Vaquero Lounge at SPC. Looking ahead, in partnership with the Dietetic Education Program, Sherry Steinkamp, we hosted our first Big Interview Lunch and Learn for faculty. Our next one will be next month on Monday, February 9th at 12. So anyone interested in learning more about the Big Interview tool, we'll be sharing all the great information then. We plan on to continue to provide career placement tool support and training materials to students, faculty, staff, and employers. And we also are going to implement a revised WIG for the 2026 year as Enrollment Services takes lead on CAC Pipeline, which is the student registrations, and we shift our efforts to strengthening employer relationships utilizing the platform. By spring of 2027, Career Support Services will increase the number of active employers with posted opportunities in CAC Pipeline, expanding access to internships, part-time and full-time jobs that support student engagement, financial stability, and first to second term persistence. In closing, I would like to thank Andrew Clegg for your strategic vision and leadership, our team. We have a CAC student, which is also our intern back there, Vicky Barbosa, who's extremely talented and creates all kinds of exciting deliverables for us. And again, our team and our many colleagues that we get to have the opportunity to collaborate with. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? A lot of information. Yes.
No questions, but just big kudos to CAC and the team for doing all of this. And as all of you know, you are in partnership and collaboration with so many other entities in the county that just enhance the opportunities for our learners, wherever you are in that spectrum, whether you're just coming out of college or you're coming back and want to be retrained. So CAC is such a huge part in the way all of you are enhancing the opportunity here is commendable. So thank you so much, Erica, and all of the teams, Andy and your team. Oh, I think we have one more. Thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you. Great job. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Erica.
All right.
Next we'll have learning support, and I think Josh Tidwell or Cameron, you're going to introduce.
That team.
All right, good afternoon, President Lopez, governing board members, Dr. Elliott, Jackie, colleagues, and guests. My name is Cameron Sanders, and I am the Chief Information Officer for our Information Technology Services Department. And I'm the cabinet level representative on our Digital Accessibility 4DX team. So those team members that will be presenting to you today consist of Joshua Tidwell. He is on our ITS team. He works with our Learning Technology Department. He's our Senior Learning Management Systems Analyst. Along with him, we have Dr. Laura Kaur from Student Services, and she is our Director of Student Accessibility Services. And leading off our presentation will be Dr. Eric Peterson. He is from Academics and is the Director of Faculty, Teaching, and Learning.
Great. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you. I'm Eric Peterson. I'm not quite a doctor yet, so just wanted to make that correction. So we are presenting on the Blackboard accessibility. We are improving our Blackboard accessibility scores. Let me go the other way. And our battle WIG is stated that by the end of spring 2027, we would like to have the Blackboard accessibility score across Blackboard to be 90% of all of our material. So 90% of all the material in Blackboard accessible to our students. To accomplish this, we have ongoing training, or the Blackboard offers ongoing training. It's every semester to improve the accessibility scores. We also look at the common accessibility issues found at CAC and how they can be remediated. The goal is for the instructors to improve their core score by greater than 90% by 2027. We also had a campaign this past semester where faculty and staff were asked to identify images inside Blackboard that were not labeled correctly, so that students who access the images know what those images are supposed to represent. Thank you. Oh. Thank you.
So what is Ally? Ally is an accessibility tool that is currently integrated in our learning management system, Blackboard. And it helps our instructors make course content more accessible. And it automatically scans course content that has been created and uploaded by our faculty. And then it scans for any kind of issues regarding accessibility. And then it's very easy because it'll give you some suggestions on how to fix it and make it more accessible for our students. When I first used it, I was a little intimidated by it, but it really is very easy to do. All you have to do is click on it as soon as it scans, and it'll give you a suggestion on how to fix it. And you could either accept or make it even better by incorporating some different ideas. And then you can continue doing it on a regular basis just to make sure that your content is more accessible. Okay, so now I'm going to hand it over to our wonderful Josh, and he's going to go over our goals and our scoreboard and where we're going and the data that he's collected.
All right, so I get the fun slides of the data. So like Eric had mentioned, we are training our faculty on how to use this tool, and we're training them on, per semester on how to use the tool, what it does in their courses, so they can then take it forward, not only apply it in one course, but across all of their courses per semester, per year. So it's an ongoing training that they're gonna take and keep evolving on. So our goal was always to get 10 faculty per semester trained. As you see, since we've done this the last 3 semesters, we've met our goal and we're slowly exceeding that. So it is exciting to see that faculty are volunteering to take this course and they're meeting our goal, right? We have faculty in the audience today who have actually gone through this training themselves. So besides just the number of faculty trained, let's look at that allied data itself. So when we started this, right, we were at 73.1%, and we started to see a slow climb from spring. Then we jumped into 25 summer. We saw a dip, right? We transitioned from traditionally 16-week courses into 8-week courses, but this is where we start to see that large gain in data here. So just looking at from 25 spring into 25 fall, we see a change from 73.6% up to 78.4%. So we're starting to see gains in our data across our semester. Just today is the start of our spring term. We're at 80.2%. So without even starting the training yet this spring, we're seeing faculty take that knowledge from previous semesters and applying it forward. So there's some exciting things here. This next slide is actually one of my favorite slides. So we're talking about allied data and improving our accessibility, but where exactly does CAC measure in terms of other schools? So if we take a look at that first block down there at the bottom, in terms of our peer average, other 2-year community college schools, they're at a 74%. If we look at region, meaning the Southwest, it's at a 72%. And if we take a look at the global ally score, that's at a 72% as well. And just as a reminder, last fall we were at 78.4%. So here at CAC, we're beating our region average, we're beating our peer average, we're beating our global average. So we're starting to see some really cool data take effect with this project. So that's what we have here for the data. Any questions?
Any questions from the board, comments?
Perfect. Thank you.
Accessibility is so critical, so thank you for doing that. Absolutely. Wonderful. All right. Next we have number 11, call to the board. So I'll go over, start on the end. Member Dr. Ordeon.
Thank you. A lot of you know that for the last several years I've represented the college on the Arizona Association of Community College Trustees. And that group, if you're not familiar with it, helps all of us development and on the right track and supporting us when we need it all the time. Our executive director, David Borofsky, is with us today, and I just wanted to introduce him to everybody. He is the heart and soul of the organization, and we love him.
Yes. Board Member Mueling.
I'm pretty quiet today.
Okay. Board Member Kasuga.
I don't have anything today, believe it.
Vice President Walker.
I will use this opportunity to emphasize
the need for all of us to have a personal relationship with God. And I will say this, Father God, thank you for being here with us today. You said where there are 2 or 3 gathered together in your name, that you're there in the midst of them. And I'm absolutely certain that there's more than me here that love you and want to support your person in our lives. Help us to be better people for the future of this country. Help us to be the kind of people that the young people that are coming to school here will look up to, not frown at. Thank you, Father, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you. For myself, I just want to say I'm still looking forward and very excited to the new event center that's being designed and everything. It's going to be wonderful. So really looking forward to doing that, working on it with the board and working together to make sure we have a gem in our school here. It'll be good. And all the actual campuses are doing well. So we'll keep growing all of them as we go forward and they grow. So, but this is the priority right now to get this one going. So thank you. With that, our next item on the agenda is going to be an executive session. So we're going to break into executive session. The items we're going to talk about is A, personnel, CAC, President's notice of retirement, and B, pending threatened claims, discussion regarding CAC employee claims of workplace harassment, hostile work environment, and to receive legal advice from CAC counsel regarding the independent investigation of such claims. So I need a motion to go into executive session.
So made.
Second.
I have a motion second to go into executive session. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Board votes aye. Nay. Motion carries. We're going into executive session. Thank you, everyone. If you'll exit and we'll carry on with the session. Okay, so now we're back in executive session. Or we're out of executive session, back in regular session. That's what I meant to say. Is that dyslexia? Anyway, the number 13, discussion, approval, disapproval, acceptance of the CAC President's notice of retirement. Discussion and action.
Mr. Chair, I move to take item 13 from the table and to move this to our next board meeting on February 24th, 2026, which will be held at the Santan campus.
Do you have a second?
Second.
A motion is second to table the item to February 24th at the Santan campus. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Opposed? Motion carries. The item is moved to February 24th, Santan. All right, with that, I'll declare this meeting adjourned.